Okay, Naushad, now that I'm your official tutor, the dialogue you do to MissMalini is...
There was a time when I was put those temporary fillers in my lip. I can't imagine the criticism.
Hi, I'm MissMalini. I run one of India's most popular lifestyle and entertainment blogs, MissMalini.com. And we cover just about everything. I'm taking you along as I hang out with all of your favorite stars to get you the latest gossip from Bollywood and ask them all the questions that you send us on social media. We'll also decode the hottest trends from the world of fashion and check out the coolest parties. Want to know how I do it all? With a little help from my friends. This is my awesome team of the best Bollywood, fashion, beauty, and pop culture bloggers in the business. First, the men in charge. Our CEO and CRO,
Chief of Rocking Out,
who do more than just running the show. Our lovely beauty bloggers and super stylish fashion fanatics. Pop culture queens, the resident dance machine, my Bollywood addicts, and our head stylist. It's a crazy, hectic, amazing life that I can't believe is really mine. In this episode, I jet away for a beauty retreat in incredible Bali, where I get my culture fix and visit the world's best pool. My fashion team learns how to get Priyanka Chopra's sexy saree style from Dostana with none other than PC's personal stylist, Patel. My beauty team meets up with celebrity makeup artist Clint Fernandes and learns off-duty model makeup from supermodel Ujjwala Raut. Shahrukh Khan has some brand new love advice for our CEO. And Kangana Ranaut opens up her home and her heart in a very personal interview. Stick around, this is MissMalini's World.
Malini went to Bali and I didn't.
And sent me a picture of the infinity pool outside her room.
You know, Malini's been spreading her wings a bit and flying off on her own to various destinations.
How do I feel about it?
I'm happy for you, Malini.
And you know, as happy as I am for her, there is a little part of my heart that breaks.
Not good.
As a lifestyle blogger, I often get invited for spa and beauty retreats around the world. One of my favorites so far has been Bali. Not only was the weather amazing, but I also got to visit a pool that's been voted the most beautiful pool in the world.
I saw some really cool cultural performances, some dances, did some street shopping. It was just out of this world. It was just incredible and I can't wait to go back.
We have Shahrukh Khan in the house.
First time I met him, it was, I'll be honest, I wasn't sure what to expect.
So last time, he taught Naushad his trademark Raj hug, air hug, which is incredible.
And then this time around, he had a little advice for me as well.
Okay, Naushad, now that I'm your official tutor to keep romance going on with your wife who's called MissMalini, should change it to Mrs. Naushad now. But having said that, the dialogue you do to MissMalini is look her deep in the eyes and say, "Mere paas aao, aur paas." This is you doing it to MissMalini. You got your hands out like that. Aur paas.
Or pass.
Aur paas.
Or pass.
Aur paas.
Okay, pass.
I can't wait for Naushad to use on me. I'm waiting for that. Honestly, you're amazing and you make us all feel so good. I love you.
I always play dress up, but this time something really interesting happened because I got to style the girls from Team MissMalini in Veramoda clothes. I got to play with a lot of their cool clothes and I got to style all our girls in looks, and just to see them walk and strut their stuff and be that Veramoda awesome chic look was amazing. It was a really, really fun shoot.
MissMalini, we're extremely geek chic. So we answer a bunch of questions, generally fashion ones, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and now even on Periscope, all from our new HTC phones. Hi, I'm Anushka.
I'm Marvin.
Marv and I just did one of these live chats on Periscope from Malini's new HTC One M9 Plus. And someone asked how to tie a Bollywood-style saree. So we decided to get Patel to come in and show us how to style Priyanka Chopra's Desi Girl saree from Dostana. I'm sitting at Manish Malhotra's store with Ami Patel. Ami styles Priyanka Chopra. So basically, I have Mishti from our team, and because she is the ultimate Priyanka Chopra fan.
It's best that we do a Manish Malhotra sari for this, and we go with this. So step one, you tuck the sari in and you turn it from right to left, remember that. And make sure that you wear your heels when you're wearing the sari so that you have the level right. So now the last pleat needs to go inside from left to right and then tuck it in. So now for the finishing touch, you place the pallu over the left shoulder, comes down to up to your knees. It's almost 3 inches on your shoulder. You take a really nice big safety pin and pin up the sari. Now all we need is some jewelry.
Ami styled the sari on Mishti, which was incredible. No sari look can be complete without jewelry and accessories. So Senko Gold and Diamonds very sweetly came in and gave Mishti a pair of earrings and some rings to put on. And since layering is such a big trend now, she had Mishti put on 2 rings on 1 finger to make a statement. Plus, on the bonus side, PC's been layering her rings too, so this just made it even more perfect.
MissMalini's world is taking beauty and fashion to a whole other level. So we have the best in the business, like Clint Fernandes, teaching you how to do off-duty model makeup.
Hi, I'm Clint Fernandes. You're watching me on MissMalini's World on TLC.
And with who? Ujjwala Raut, who is absolutely the #1 top model.
Ujjwala Raut is the official Indian international supermodel.
Hi, I'm Ujjwala Raut, and you're watching me on MissMalini's World on TLC.
Well, to start with, we begin always with a moisturizer because dewy complexion is all about having good skin and for it to look good from inside. Always excess moisturizer is great for your hands. After this, I'm going to take just a hint of a pore refiner to close up any open pores. And now, I'm just going to do very little foundation just under the eyes and around the mouth area, not too much. I'm going to use a little bit of the strobe cream before I use the foundation. As you can see, I'm mixing a little bit of it with the foundation. The second last step, I would say, in getting your foundation correctly is just adding a hint of blush. And as you can see, I'm using a cream blush just on the apples of the cheek. And lastly, I'm finishing with a little bit of translucent powder. Right now, we've got the foundation complete. I'm just going to do a little bit of light eye makeup. And remember that when you're doing eye makeup, even though it is like natural, you need to still put on some colors so that the eyes look three-dimensional. Otherwise, your eyes are going to look really flat. So as you can see, I've put just the brown in the crease line and blended it out. A little bit of brown under the eye. And finally, I'm going to finish the eyes with some mascara. Well, finally now I get on to doing the lips. So I'm going to be using a really natural color. And finally, just a little bit of bronzer. And Ujjwala's ready.
He also gave me a little challenge.
I have a contest for you all.
Okay.
It's to see that who can do the top bun the quickest and the fastest.
And me and Ujjwala had to do a top knot in less than 30 seconds. I won't say who won and who was good.
I'm done.
Oh,
my God!
That's 10 seconds. And
Oh. I have to go practice some more.
Today I'm
sitting with another fabulous MM, Mini Mathur. Mini Mathur is going to be a guest blogger for MissMalini. We have a celebrity guest blogger every week, and so excited that you're here today. If you were a blogger on Team MissMalini, which you are today, what would you write about?
I want to write about people. Interacting with people has been my thing. I think meeting different kinds of people just brings about new experiences. I mean, I'm sure you'll agree with that because that's exactly what you do. Writing about what I've learned over the years of how to, what life really should be about. But yeah, I would critique people. I would be fashion police. I would say horrible things about lots of films. I would be quite bitchy actually.
And you've done so many things, you know, from VJing to acting to I've recently witnessed your incredible comedy.
Well, it's actually been quite a long road, Malini. And you actually saw me as a VJ. I was meant to be a doctor and then I did my MBA. Then I was in advertising and then I started hosting television shows. So I've been through the journey way before you saw me. Lately, I've been, thinking of moving ahead, which is why I did a little bit of cinema because everyone has a comic hidden somewhere in them and I've always wanted to tap that talent.
What was the journey like when you first became a VJ? Must have been some crazy things that happened to you while you were a VJ.
It was, and I think it was the training ground for a whole lot of things. It's been incredible from doing AIDS charities for Richard Gere. Every act who came here, we had an opportunity to get them first. And who does that? So it gave you a sense of,
living the dream.
Living the dream.
Yeah. What would have been the biggest viral scandal at the time, do you think, if there had been social media at the time?
I do remember that MTV got us all arrested on our first day of shoot.
What?
It was a bakra on me and Cyrus Saukar when it was his birthday. We just joined MTV and we were on the street and a police van came and arrested us and Cyrus went to jail and we were all like, this is not the life. It was horrible.
All right, Mini, I have prepared a little spot quiz for you on your husband. First question, how many followers does Kabir Khan have on Twitter and how many is he following?
188,000 something. And how many does he follow? Under 100.
That's right, 69 to be precise.
Yay.
At what age did he start his career and what was his very first job?
His first job was with BITV right after Jamia. He was 20-something.
20-something is the correct answer. The main inspiration for the movie New York?
Oh, his experiences during 9/11 when he was accompanying moi for a world tour that I was hosting.
Wow. Okay, fill in the blanks. Hum dash ke bhakt hai, mar jayenge lekin dash nahi
हम बजरंग बली के भक्त हैं, मर जाएंगे लेकिन झूठ नहीं बोलेंगे.
Correct. What's a chick flick that you would want him to remake?
Oh, so many. I think Notting Hill.
Yeah, that was cute. People ask me this all the time because I work with my husband. Do you find it difficult if you would work with him?
No, see the thing is, we're both very opinionated and we like to keep our workspaces separate. And also, I don't want people to say, oh, acha, tum apne husband ki film mein act kar rahi ho. So I think I like to keep my work completely separate.
So look into the camera and now give Kabir a message, something that you have never told him before.
I actually do like getting flowers. And please don't buy any more clothes than the cupboard can take, okay? Because I'm sick of shoving your clothes in.
It's time for us to take our selfie. Now do you see why she's one of my favorite VJs ever? Thank you, Mini, for stopping by and come back and vlog again soon. To read her story, log on to MissMalini.com. Welcome to Team MissMalini's Inbox, where you send in all your questions and we have to give you answers. Why MissMalini and why not Mrs. Malini?
Why am I here and why are you there?
What? MissMalini has a nicer ring to it.
I think it's because MissMalini is kind of the brand and how I began it. And if I were to be really accurate, it would have to be Mrs. Rizwanullah, which is a totally different blog, which I might start one day. Anish, how am I? How are you?
Is that even a question?
I am amazing right now.
Hungry. Always.
My favorite thing to do in the monsoon is
To avoid the monsoon.
Who wants to deal with people screaming for rickshaw?
Not get out of my house.
Eat more food than regular. Dance in the rain.
and sometimes escape to Goa. If one Bollywood actor could join Team MissMalini,
Govinda.
Shahrukh Khan.
Kalki Kochilin. She will have to report to me.
Ranveer Singh, because he'd be a lot of fun. Coming to work every day would just be a lot easier than it already is.
Chiku, wow, if I could have a superpower.
I would love to fly, avoid that Bombay traffic.
Mind reading.
I'm not allowed to talk about.
I guess it would be to be able to predict the future, see into the future, and be invisible maybe. That's always a fun one. And thank you so much for writing in to MissMalini's Inbox. Today when I got to the office, Marv was chilling outside on our terrace. He was really excited about this blog he was doing about songs that get stuck in your head. I was looking for a new playlist idea for my page on Saavn, and this would be perfect. Now you can check out my playlist called On Repeat and leave me your comments on Saavn Social. Want to know what song is stuck in repeat in my head?
It's pretty rare for a celebrity to let journalists come into their home and interview them. But Malini interviewed Kangana Ranaut in her house.
What I really think was commendable in that scenario was A, that she let us into her home, but was very candid with us about parts of her life. For example, she talked about her lip job and the amount of grief that she got as a result of it. And I think it was very nice and refreshing to see a celebrity so openly discuss it without denying it for months and then finally having to admit it because she was cornered in the press.
I was actually really lucky to be invited to her house, where she never usually invites people home to do interviews, and showed me her beautiful house. I'm actually sitting next to one of my favorite actresses.
Thank you.
And I have to say कि हम बहुत impressed थे that you refused to do a fairness cream sort of commercial and that deal and the things you said. And I do this Brown is Beautiful campaign, and मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता है, when celebrities or influencers support that. But it must have been very difficult for you to make that choice, or was it not?
It was very difficult, and I think whether it's awards or it's fairness cream, people don't understand how much pressure. 2 agencies stopped working with me because of that, and today I don't have an agency. I work with my sister because they're like, every cosmetic product has fairness in it. Even a foundation says glow. So how do you expect to work, and how do you expect to endorse brands if you have such a strong opinion about things, and we can't get you work? I said, then I don't need work. You don't, and they're like, you don't want to dance in weddings, you don't want to do shows, you don't want to attend awards, and you don't want to do fairness, and what do you want to do? I said, movies.
Which makes so much more sense.
But honestly, I'm extremely embarrassed that such products are, being sold out there, and this whole color thing is so damaging that people can't even imagine how damaging it is.
What would you say was the hardest thing for you to deal with, and the struggle, from where to where that you've gotten?
I think prejudices. Oh my God, it was unbelievable. They questioned everything. When I was 19 days to the articles that actually I am 40 and I have 2 children, so tucked in somewhere, and I actually am not from Himalayas, I'm actually from somewhere else, and I'm actually not even from that place. Actually, there's another mystery behind that. So everything that I said wasn't actually the way it was supposed to be. There were so many prejudices. How does it matter if I'm from Lucknow or Bareilly, or I don't know how even age was even a factor. And yes, there were things. There was time when I was going through a lot of confusion in my life, and there was a time when I made a lot of mistakes. I put those temporary fillers in my lips, and there used to be, I can't imagine the criticism and the kind of venomous sort of comments. How mean! Everyone is there with a dagger, like hiding somewhere, and
so jealousy. I think it comes from that.
And they just find an opportunity, and they're out with their daggers, and you're like, shit. This place, man. And I think that's been the most difficult part. Those prejudices against outsiders, where I think I've been always younger than Sonam or Deepika, but I was always this person who, so what if you're so good? I mean, you're supposed to be. Why? When I was 17 in Gangster, I got the Best Actress Award in Asia for my first film, and I had no work in Bollywood. It was like, so what if you're so good? You're supposed to be, because you're an outsider.
And actually, my sister had a really good question for you.
Yes.
She wanted to know, so you go through so much where you've gotten to, and there's probably a lot of people who want to do, and get to the place. What would you say to them?
I don't know. There are so many levels one has to, work on. I really don't have like really small answer to this, but just work on your confidence. Confidence comes from your honesty, your character. I would just advise that don't come under any pressure or anything just to please people. Don't just try and be someone else, and just work on your own confidence and strength of character.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
This time for our music feature, Animal Planet sent us a little jungle tree. Here's what happens when you put 4 musicians in the forest to celebrate the diversity of Indian wildlife.
Hi MissMalini, let's party in the jungle, ye mera India. Party in the jungle, ye mera India. Animal Planet ही तो heaven है, मजा यहाँ पे तो 24/7 है. Monkey tree पे चढ़ जाए, पत्तों पे beat बजाए, फिर वो गुलाटी खाए round 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 round. Animal Planet दे धान सारे मौजा एक खाने शराबिन शरारते. Party in the jungle, party in the jungle, party in the jungle, party in the jungle.
Hey, this is MissMalini, and I'm so excited that I'm gonna go and chat with Kangana Ranaut today. I'm actually at her house, but obviously I can't tell you what that is. So we're here for our one-on-one interview with Kangana. You look so cute. What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
I am wearing Osman.
Osman, very pretty, very nice.
If you like this video, please subscribe.